Well guys, the time has finally come. It's time to get this motor out of the red car. As you guys can see, I got my hands on an engine hoist. Huge thanks to my buddy Jared at Joker Auto for letting me borrow that thing. It's time to get this thing out of here. I'm going to sort of walk you guys through it. I'll try to be as detailed as possible, but I'm trying to hammer this thing out today. Once the engine's out of this car, man, that's a huge hurdle out of the way. I can get that thing set up in here, get it cleaned up, and get ready to drop it in the other car. Guys, I'm hammering away at this build and making some really good progress on this thing. First things first, we got to drain these fluids. I'm going to get this thing up in the air, get it on some jack stands, and start draining the coolant and transmission fluid. So yeah, let's get this thing in the air, get it on stands, start getting it apart. I'm ready to call it quits for the night. Tomorrow, we're going to pick up on this. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. What's going on, guys? We're just going to continue on in the engine bay. Keep getting this thing torn down. Today, the motor's coming out. I don't care. One way or another, I'm getting this thing out of the bay. Alright, so moving on to the passenger side. We got to disconnect the fuel lines. We got to pull the wiring harness through the firewall. And there's a couple other pieces of wiring, some ground wires I need to disconnect. And that should be it for the engine bay. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and rip that stuff off. It's a little hard for me to film underneath the car, but I got the motor mounts unbolted, got the drive shaft out, drained the transmission, disconnected the clutch slave, and yeah, this thing's pretty much ready to pull. So yeah, we're just gonna start yanking on this thing and try to find out all the stuff we forgot to disconnect. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so we got the motor out of the car. It gave us a little bit of trouble to begin with. Big issue was this turbo elbow here. The way this thing bent when I wrecked, the flange was really getting in the way, and we had to pry it around the steering column, and it was a bit of a pain. As you can see, I got quite the rat's nest going on here with this wiring. I'm gonna have to go through this. I'm gonna have to sort it out. I'm gonna have to simplify the harness and find a better way to handle all this, because this just isn't gonna cut it. Now that both the bays are cleared out, I can start moving more stuff out of the red car. Namely, we're gonna be moving all the suspension components. The front subframes need to be swapped. The AC system needs to be swapped over. But I'm gonna save that for next time, guys. I'm beat. It's late. It's time to call it. So if you want to stay tuned with the build, I'm updating this thing regularly. So please subscribe. Yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight, guys. I'll see you in the next one.
What you doing, Mango?